Someone else joined.
What's up? How's y'all day going today? Okay.
Could be better.
Don't ask me about how my day's going. That's good. It's fucking terrible.
Now that gas prices are so high, Domino's is giving you 20% off all menu prices when you order.
No, so like, I've been waiting to play Overwatch 2 since I've downloaded the update, which came out like 12, and so I've been waiting.
Re-download it, but I started lagging.
I've been waiting in queue for over 4 hours.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's gonna be ready for tomorrow. Like, literally, I don't say right now at this point. Like, I've gotten in, I think, twice, and both times right before I could even set up like my settings and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get in like my first match. I've been kicked twice. It had to wait over like another like hour to get back in. So like here I am. No. I've got it plugged in. I've got LAN plugged in. It's just whenever I get in queue, so it'll say like 90,000 players ahead of you, 60,000 players ahead of you, 30,000 players ahead of you, 7,000 players, 300 players ahead of you, 0 players ahead of you, and then it won't connect you. It will not connect you. And then another problem. What were you saying?
Is that Overwatch? Is just that Overwatch being stupid, or is it just your fucking internet?
No, cause my internet is fine. Like my fucking my upload speed is pretty fucking high, and I'm like the only person at home right now, so I'm the only person using internet. The only other thing that is using internet right now is my phone and my Switch. I have my Switch turned off and I have my phone on airplane mode, and it's not working. This shit is ridiculous.
Overwatch being fucking stupid.
Yeah, so what it is two things. They made the game free to play, which is not a big deal, but it's
what?
yeah, they made the game free to play. So
fuck?
yeah, so for people
For now or entirely?
like entirely, like you don't have to own Overwatch 1 in order to have Overwatch 2, which I thought that was the deal that they were working out, was they were going to make it free to play but only for the people that already owned Overwatch 1. No, it's completely free to play for anybody who's never purchased it. So
Bullshit.
and then
What the fuck is this, Paladins?
and so then check this out. This is the kicker, because you know a lot of people have played Paladins because they couldn't afford Overwatch, so they weren't even on the Overwatch hype. So everybody that's played Paladins is now fucking playing Overwatch 2, and I can't fucking get in. And then
Everyone was like, yes!
yeah,
I can play Overwatch!
right.
Oh, fucks, go back to it!
Right. So what kills me is not only that, but you know what I'm saying? So think about, they just got all of Paladin's fucking fan base, right? Shifting over to Overwatch 2. And then that's not counting however many millions of fans that were already playing Overwatch since beta, since it came out, all 23 seasons, you get what I'm saying? So there's like a million on that end, like several millions of players on that end, plus the millions of players that couldn't afford Overwatch that were playing Paladins. And I'm telling you, I honestly wholeheartedly believe this. It's not just the server. I think that they didn't fucking stress test the server for the capacity of the amount of players that are currently playing this game, especially on release day. On fucking release day. On fucking release day, this game is not playable for most people, especially the people that have been playing it. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been playing the game for that long. I've only been playing it since I got my PlayStation, and even then I rarely play it. But I still think it's a fun game, and you know that paying 60. No, I think I paid like it was on like I think I bought it around like Christmas of like 2018. Uh, and like I still paid around like 30 or 20 $30 for it.
Yeah, you still pay a fucking big ass chunk, you know what I'm saying, before they sent out the PlayStation Plus version of it. If you had PlayStation Plus and you had the premium shit, because you know they had put it out for a lot of players that didn't have a chance to play it, but might have had an online account and they paid their subscription. So a lot of people had got into Overwatch because of that, because that they had it. It was a featured game for the month. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's great. It brings more people into Overwatch that weren't currently playing it. But I knew once the niggas said that they were gonna go fucking free to play, everybody from Paladins was gonna fucking jump on the bandwagon. I fucking knew it. And I was like, yeah, that's smart, but also that's not fair to your original fan base that paid for the game. That
you think that they care about? Do you think that any like fucking game creator cares about their fan base, bro? No, they all they care about is the money.
Of course, because you know people, because you know everybody that starts the game is gonna pay the $10 for the coins to get the battle pass. Period. Everybody that fucking starts this game, whether they've been playing Overwatch or not, are gonna fucking pay the money for the coins, and that's so $10 per person, right? So you tell me 100,000 people pay $10,000. That's $1 million. That's 100,000 players. That's not even 10% of the players that play Overwatch.
Yeah.
So you made all the money that you spent building this shit off of an old server anyways, because I don't think that they did a new server, because if they did, then we wouldn't have this issue right now. And, and then I didn't tell you the kicker to this one too. So whenever you try to set up your Overwatch 2 account, you can't even immediately jump into the game unless you set up your phone number.
Oh, wait, you have to download... Wait, hold on. So Overwatch and then Overwatch 2, like, alright. So...
No, it's just Overwatch 2 now.
So do I just delete Overwatch Origins?
No. So all you do is just update it. Update Overwatch. Just go check for update, and then it'll say, yeah, you have an update, and then you update it.
I got that, but when I went to like the Overwatch, the like PlayStation Store shit, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I haven't fully like downloaded it, because like I scroll all the way down, it says Overwatch 2, and it says it's free.
Yeah, but so if you have any of the former Overwatches and you go into the store and you type Overwatch, those don't pop up anymore. It only pops up as Overwatch 2.
Yeah, they completely remove Overwatch 1.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And they were like, yo, Overwatch 2 is gonna be better. This shit's gonna be the same.
It's the exact same from what I've been seeing. I haven't watched it. So I haven't watched any of the gameplay, but I've seen some of the comments, and people were like, "Yo, it's the same exact game." The only thing new is the characters in the battle pass. There's some new characters and some like battle pass shit. And I was like, "Yo, so."
We're so fucking surprised that this is literally what like game developers do. A tad bit more. Like,
yeah, so all they did was change the UI. The UI, the user interface is a little bit different from Overwatch 1, and they haven't finished putting in everything. So you know, like they're still gonna be sending out patches all week. I already know for like league play. They're gonna send out patches for bugs. They're gonna send out. There's gonna be a heavy, you know, server fixes and tweaks and stuff, and they're gonna have to get this server shit under control. But also, you know, like they're gonna be adding, like I said, league play. They gotta add in more game modes and shit like that. You know, they're gonna do that all within this month for sure. And then Overwatch is also not 6v6 anymore.
What is it?
5v5.
What the fuck?
And I heard that I don't know. I heard that the matches are a lot quicker too. Like a lot of people spend 10 minutes in queue for a match, and then the game starts and then it's over before you know it.
Damn. The fuck?
Like I said, bro, I've been off all day. I've been waiting till 12 to download the update. I had the update finished in 30 minutes. I loaded in. I had to use my phone number to pair my account to my fucking Battle.net, and it wouldn't let me use my phone number, so I had to use my mom's, because for some reason my phone number wasn't a legitimate phone number. So I'm letting you know that's a wall. That's a wall that you're gonna run into if for whatever reason your phone doesn't work, or if you have like an Android. If you have an iPhone, I don't think iPhone users are having that issue right now. But people that are like using like if you don't have like I'm assuming like AT&T or like Sprint, you know, like if you have like Cricket or like Metro, you're fucked.
I got Metro.
Yeah, so you better hope somebody will let you borrow their phone number and send you the code, because that's what I did. I called my mom, was like, yo, I need you to send me this code that I sent to your phone, and she sent it to me, and I got my shit set up or whatever. But I was like, that's fucking stupid. My mom has Metro, and for some reason her fucking phone works. So yeah, so that's the first wall, and then the second wall is you just sitting in queue for fucking hours to even be able to play the first game. And I just think that's fucking dumb. Like, I made it through the queue to the main title twice, and one time it kicked me out because you can also download it on Switch. It's free to play on all platforms. And because my Switch account is also set up through the same Battle.net, because they wouldn't let me set up an alternate Battle.net account, I had both of them trying to see which one would pick up first on the queue. And it kicked me out because both of my fucking Overwatch accounts, the same account was going twice.
Bruh. Dumbass shit.
My first regret of playing this daily run was picking up Bumbo.
Bruh. Oh,
And did you hear about Troya's crossover with Stardew Valley? No.
Maybe that's the thing now.
Oh my god. I just never remember. I just never realized what character I'm playing. You know what the daily challenge for my character is for me?
What?
Blue Baby.
Wait, what? Why is mine?
Thank you. Failed to connect server. You know, because for whatever reason I can't connect to the server. It's been connected this whole time, you know. It's not like it's not the 15th fucking time it's happened today. NQ, 0 players ahead of you. Sure. And it's gonna jump back up to fucking 3,000. It's gonna jump up to fucking 30,000. Tell you.
Overwatch, am I right?
Yep.
Eh?
Fucking bullshit, bro.
What?
Waste of my fucking off day, dude. Waste of my fucking off day. Sitting here waiting for a game to load. Sitting here waiting to play my first fucking match, bro. 4 hours. 4 hours. Pain and suffering, but nobody cares.
Valid.
You sound like you're about to go literally insane.
Bro, if I could jump through the server myself and go to these niggas fucking shit, I would short circuit their fucking electrical system. Like, their nervous system would be shot right now.
Can I join you?
Talking to me?
Devin doesn't even care about the thing. He just fucking wants to.
I know.
fuck people up.
Devin's my ride or die. Whenever I talk about doing some debaucherous shit, that nigga's always with me. Every fucking time. Devin's just like, who are we fucking up? Whose house are we egging? Like, let's do this. I love you for it, Devin.
Whose house are we bombing next?
Whose
Let's
house
go.
are we bombing next? This nigga is the only one.
Hey, I'm the voice of reason.
I know, so is Jamark. Like, Jamark is always like, maybe we shouldn't do this. I'm like, bitch, you better fucking nut up.
Shut up or shut up.
I've been playing this fucking Orlando fucking Brown song all day. This shit is fire as fuck.
Fucking Orlando.
Yeah. You didn't know he could rap. The nigga been rapping, but you know what I'm saying, he finally like started re-rapping again, and like he's got some shit that's been out for a couple months, and his shit is fire. Like, I'm telling you, like, this shit is a banger. It's like I got it on one of my playlists right now. This shit is fire as fuck. They trying to shit on this man for telling the truth, bro. Fucking Illuminati. This shit's real. Because the shit is real and they don't want him to talk about it. Which is fucking nuts. Oh, almost deaf, most deaf. But especially whenever you're an artist that's like anti-industry, oh, you automatically get shut down. Everything that you try to do is immediately like halted. It's like, so like you got like these new mumble rappers, right? They'll put their shit up and already have like 1 million views in like a couple of months. This guy had his shit up for 4 months and only has like 192,000 views. And it's like, why? Because the song is good. It's not about the song. Like I said, it's the industry. But whenever you talking about real shit, people are gonna shut you down every fucking time. When you talk about the shit that they're doing, and you know what I'm saying, the stuff that you've seen, your experience, they don't want that. They don't like conscious rap. They don't like conscious music that talks about like living a positive lifestyle. And if it's not about glorifying the shit that's on social media, you're not gonna make it. And that's what it is.
Shit, honestly. I mean, listen to rap and I fucking know that already.
Yeah. My whole thing is I watched all of his interviews. Like, I love this nigga. Like, I've watched all of his interviews and shit, right? And I laughed at first. I was like, yo, this nigga's crazy, right? But then the more that I fucking listened to his interviews, his consistency was the fucking same. I was like, he's not fucking crazy. He's telling the truth. This man is telling the truth. If he's bold enough to risk his fucking life to be able to speak parts of his truth, and I know that what he's saying is true, you know what I'm saying? Nobody in the industry talks like this man has been talking, you know what I'm saying? The last couple of people that tried to talk about the industry got fucking killed, you know what I'm saying? The last people that tried to fucking, you know, get their life together or get their full success got killed. They were murdered, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about rappers, we talk about like Tupac. Tupac mentioned Illuminati and fucking got killed because he wouldn't refuse to allow them to use him to further their agenda. We're talking about people like Michael Jackson, who literally let us know that he was gonna die and nobody paid attention to this shit and was killed. We're talking about people like Prince, who went and finally got his masters, right? You know what masters are, right? Okay, so this man got he finally was able to purchase his masters, to get his masters of his own music, shit that he now owns, and now any money that he makes off of it from this point on is all going to him. That's all his residuals. That's his revenue, right? And as soon as he got his fucking masters, he happens to die. That's more than a coincidence.
Hey guys, do you play Rise of Kingdoms? Let me join you.
This man was full healthy and he died from a quote-unquote overdose, possible overdose anyways, on an elevator. And there's no video footage of him on an elevator that has video footage. So we don't know who went in there, possibly injected him with something that overdosed him and dipped out and took the tape. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that, you can't explain it. Whitney Houston got killed.
Anyone, like any rapper overdosing.
Nah, some of that shit is absolutely, you know, it's the work of the shadows, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's these motherfuckers that are in the suits, it's the men in black that are doing this shit. And you know what I'm saying when I say men in black, it's not just, you know, behind the Area 51 shit. Like, they play a big role in a lot of shit that happens with the government and, you know, behind the scenes, and you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's how fucking Whitney died in that 1 inch water of fucking, that 1 inch of water in her bathtub. Come on now. Y'all want me to believe that she overdosed, fell over into her tub and drowned in 1 inch of fucking water? I'm not saying it's not possible, but you want me to believe this.
I've always, like, ever since, like, even my mother, I don't trust the government at all. That's why none of us
Oh, for sure.
Because it's rigged, honestly.
What's crazy is that for you to live a life, right, in order to take care of your basic necessities, soap, fucking food, being able to wash your fucking ass, you know what I'm saying, having a roof over your head, all of that involves the government. Government assistance, all of it involves the government. These people say, oh, they put in chips in people. They don't have to put a chip in you. If you got a cell phone, they're chipping you. If you got a credit card, they're chipping you. They know exactly where you've been and where you will be. So that shit be killing me when people be like, you can't. What can you do? You see, because when people talk about, oh, I'm gonna go against the government, right? Y'all looking at the face of it. Y'all not looking at what's really going on in the shadows behind the government, because everything that happens with the government isn't always in the government officials' controls. There's people behind them, just like there's somebody behind the president that's making all of the plays, you know what I'm saying? And they just using the president's face as the person to blame when shit goes wrong, you know what I'm saying? They did it with a lot of these people. Some of these people made fools of themselves. Look at Donald Trump. And some of these people they tried to make a scandal out of, but couldn't. They were so confident and sure of the way that they was moving, they were not going to allow themselves to be caught in a compromising position. Look at Barack Obama. You get what I'm saying? Look at the way these two different former presidents moved and operated when they were in office. And Donald Trump was president for 2 years, right? Was it 2 years? Or was it 4? I don't remember if it was 2 or if it was 4.
I think it was 4.
Yeah. 4. Anyways, he served a full term, 4 years. He served a full fucking term as a president. His first term was a complete shit show.
Even though he also got fucking evicted or whatever like they say,
impeached,
something like that. Yeah,
he got impeached.
He got impeached, but he still railed all 4 years.
Yeah, this man was impeached in his second year, if I'm not believed, in his second year or his third year, and still sat on the seat. Still sat in his seat. And that's against the law. That's a law that was put in order for the people to have control over who's in control of their government. You get what I'm saying? And this man literally said, fuck the law, fuck the government, I am the law, I am the government, and nobody did anything about it.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking stupid.
I mean, think about it, most people can't do things about it.
But there was people that,
Hell's not gonna want to do anything.
There's people, yeah, because they're the one. Well, absolutely. Well, not only that, so when I say this, and I know that it's gonna kind of sound contradictory, right? But see, the way that they operate is they rather go lesser of two evils, right? Look at whenever he was trying to get reelected for presidency, right? And we had Hillary Clinton running for president, and we had fucking our current president Biden running for president, right? So which one would you go for? Because they really was both not 100% on our side, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, you have to pick the lesser of two evils. So what people did was, instead of voting for a woman to be president, because the U.S. doesn't want Hillary Clinton to be a president, period. I'm just going to be 100% because I know that's what the fuck it is. I don't know if it's because she's a woman or because of her agenda. But most of it is, I'm going to assume it's because she's a woman. I'm almost 100% sure. Majority of it's because she's a woman. Right? But then, you know what I'm saying, you got to look at her past discretions as well. She's out here doing all of these other backstage deals with these other governments, and she's not supposed to be doing that. So she kind of did that to herself, which kind of made it a no-brainer to pick Joe Biden. Now, for the life of me, why Bernie Sanders didn't fucking win, I have no idea, because I voted for him and that man should have fucking won. Period.
Sorry,
But
Sanders.
yes, Bernie Sanders. You know who that is, right?
I know.
Did you see the meme of this guy sitting in a lawn chair with his mitts on? It's a meme of this old white guy with some glasses
Devin's
sitting in a
thinking
lawn
of
chair.
Bernie Sanders as the guy who ran KFC, if I believe.
No.
It's Colonel Sanders.
I thought Devin was-
I was just confused about the fact that he even ran.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders. Okay, so Bernie Sanders ran for office after Obama left office. Whenever it was a race between Hillary Clinton and fucking Donald Trump, so they skipped over him pretty much because both sides pretty much shit talked him into the ground and overpowered him to where I don't know if he stopped running or he couldn't run his race anymore. But pretty much it was a landslide. It was literally going to be between Hillary Clinton or fucking between Donald Trump. And we all know that no matter what the vote, whatever the vote came out to be in Donald Trump's favor, it was the opposite. Hillary Clinton won that fucking vote. But yeah, so Bernie Sanders ran, but this is the real reason why he did not become president. And when I say this, I know that y'all are young, so y'all are gonna get it, but y'all are not gonna get it. He was a progressive. You get what I'm saying? The things that he was trying to do, the government did not want him to do. The House, the Senate, they did not want him to do, because that would have taken out a lot of things that they had power over. He was trying to do things like make sure that old people had, a special kind of health care, making sure that schools had proper funding, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Shit like that. Pretty much making sure that the lower class would be able to fucking eat, which all of us are members of low class, so it affected us heavily. And these motherfuckers was like, hell no, we gonna keep this shit, we gonna keep the money with the rich, so that way they can continue to get rich. Which is why it disgusts me that Donald Trump was able to be the president, was able to have all of those antics and fucking shenanigans and bullshit and fuckery for that entire time, and there was companies like Amazon and fucking Quaker Oat and all of these big conglomerates, you know what I'm saying, shit like General Motors and shit like that, or General Electrics or whatever the fuck. It was a bunch of different companies that were FedEx and shit like that were able to mass produce and mass operate their warehouses, build more warehouses, and was able to push out all of that fucking work in freight and not have to pay taxes. Jeff Bezos didn't pay no taxes when COVID hit.
Deadass.
I'm dead ass. He didn't pay. He got a big ass fucking tax break because of fucking Donald Trump. And then not only that, Jeff Bezos also fucking because I worked for Amazon. Jeff Bezos fucking this nigga gave us a $500 check, right? This was for every employee. This was not just for me and my warehouse. This was for every fucking employee. We got a $500 check that was like a thank you for working, even though we have COVID conditions, right? And my check got taxed, and I only got like 100, maybe 150 out of it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, as in they took $300 back. That $300 didn't go to the bank. That $300 went back to fucking Amazon.
Amazon. Yeah. Sounds about right.
So what I'm hearing is don't ever work for Amazon. Alright.
They getting shut down right now. They're under investigation right now for malpractice, for unsafe working conditions and unsafe warehouses. because they put people in dangerous situations where they can be killed and lose their lives, and they're overworking people and not giving them enough pay.
Oh, so labor unions are going to be a thing again.
So what the thing is with Amazon, right? Because like I said, once again, I work there. They were supposed, all warehouse type work, any job that's like that, or any job where you work for a job that works for the government, or a job that provides a service for the people. You know what I'm saying? Like for like the people. And when I say like the people, I mean anything that's a warehouse job that has to deal with importing, exporting goods, anything that has to do with mass production of metals and ores and stuff like that. So pretty much any kind of place that's like a sawmill, it doesn't matter what kind of mill it is, what kind of warehouse it is, right? If it is a warehouse type job, or jobs of that nature, so working on airplanes, working on trains, you know what I'm saying, because trains have a large import and export of goods, right? Each one of these jobs is supposed to have a union, and you're supposed to have a union rep. It was in the clause whenever I applied to this job, when I signed the contract for them to pay me for the $15 an hour that they pay me, for the 4 days a week, for the 10 hours a day that they pay me, that in my clause, if things didn't go the way that I wanted it to go, if there was things that I didn't like about the job, I was not allowed to unionize. None of us were allowed to, yeah, it was in the clause. None of us are allowed to unionize. But that being said, it is also implied that because we are not supposed to unionize, right? Because we're not supposed to unionize, they imply, that they don't say, they imply that they'll take care of you, which they do not. Because implying is different from giving you my fucking word written with a next to it, which they don't do. So they want you to do things like whistleblow. Do you know what whistleblowing is? So whistleblowing is when you see unsafe practices, or you see unsafe transactions, or, you know what I'm saying, anything that is not of the law or against the law, right? Whether it be at a place of work, or whether you see it within the government, or within your neighborhood, or within a any set group, or pretty much any group. It can be about anything. Anything that's fucked up that's happening, that's not supposed to be happening, that is against the rules or against the law, or is not safe, or putting people in danger, if you say something about it, you're a whistleblower, right? So they have them in football. You know, there was people that were whistleblowing about how some coaches were what they call it is, they call it making a hit. Or they call it making a hit, but what it is like a coach will tell a football player to target a specific, player on the field and have them attack him to put him out of the game. And you're not supposed to do that. That's against the law, and that's also endangering someone's life and their livelihood. Shit like that. So if you work in if you work for the police department and these niggas are unlawfully rounding up people or arresting them without a sufficient reason, without a valid reason to be arresting them, you're just arresting them just because they fit a profile or whatever, and you say something about it, you're blowing a whistle, that kind of shit. So they wanted us to do that inside of the job, but not take care of us. They imply that they will, but they don't. And that's almost everywhere that you work, to be honest. That's literally almost anywhere that you fucking work, especially in those situations, that shit happens. That's why you're supposed to have a union. That's why you're supposed to be allowed to unionize. That's why you're supposed to have a union rep. Because if you have a union rep, when shit like me getting fired for quote-unquote stealing time and them having no proof that I stole time, I had a union rep, I could have had him look into it, and he could have fought for me to get my job back. He or she. You get what I'm saying? But because I didn't have a union rep, my union rep couldn't fight for me, so it was easier for them to just fire me, and HR to be like, we're done with it, we wash our hands with you, you can't come back. because it is one of their unforgivable sins at Amazon to do something like that. There's like five unforgivable sins at Amazon that you're not allowed to do, and if you do any of these, you can't come back to work. Which I know for a fact isn't 100% true, because there's a lot of people that have broken these rules and they still came back. So one of them is sexual harassment, which is understandable. That shouldn't happen at all. That's already the first unforgivable sin at almost any fucking job. Another one is assault or participating in fights or conflicts and violence, right? Conflicts that resolve in violence is a no-go. Whether you were the person that started the fight, whether you the person that got hit, it doesn't matter. If there was violence that happened between two parties, both parties get fired. And I've seen it happen before. I've seen someone get hit by another person and both people get fired. Yeah, absolutely, because the person that got assaulted, whether he asked for it or not, whether he did anything to provoke this person or not, he was attacked and he didn't attack back. I've seen two people have a shoving match and get fired. No punches got thrown. They were just like bumping chests with each other. Yeah. So, yeah, that's like whenever two people are getting ready to fight, but they're not, yeah, they're just shoving each other, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they bumped chests with each other, and because it was caught on camera, so one dude walked off because he already knew he was fired. He already knew it was a wrap. He knew that he had let this person get him worked up to this point and that it was seen on camera, so he knew that it was a matter of time anyways, so he just walked out because he knew that his job was done anyways. Another one is, like I said, time theft or just purely theft. That's 3 and 4. All right, and then I think another one is what the fuck was that? Because you can't bring any firearms in the building. And I know for a fact 2 or 3 people fucking brought firearms and got fired and was hired right back on. Really? Yeah, no bullshit. Brought a firearm into work. They brought it in because, see, this is the thing. They don't stop you coming in. Everything that you have on you, they have you go through the metal detectors going out. So there's no metal detectors coming in. When you come through the turnstiles to come into your job, right? You badge yourself in, you come through the turnstile, and then you walk in, and then you go to your position. You go to whatever department that you work in that warehouse, and you immediately go to your position. You group up with your people. They'll give you the rundown, and then you start your work day, right? When you have to walk through these metal detectors, and the metal detectors are for people that steal shit. So it'll be things like Apple Watches, fucking Galaxy Watches, iPhones, Galaxy phones, any kind of stupid shit like that of that nature. Video games, fucking PlayStations, you know what I'm saying? You fucking name it. If it's an item that has electronics or something, I've seen it get pulled out of fucking, what do you call it? It never fucking fails. And you'll get fired for that. So a firearm is no different. You get what I'm saying? And these people walked in with their firearm and walked out. And when they walked out, they went through the metal detector. And whenever they got wanded down in the secondary area, your secondary is like more physical than you going through the fucking, what do you call it? And they got fired for that. Oh, and we're not supposed to bring our phones back there. So the thing is like, if you bring your phone back there, it's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's an accident. It happens sometimes. But like, let's say, so like if you walk past, like, so when you come in, right? You come in, you go through the turnstile, and then there's this fucking line right here next to the security desk, right? On the floor. Once you walk past that line, if you have anything of electronics like value on you, like let's say if I was walking in with my headphones or my fucking phone or something, once I walk past that line, I cannot turn around and come back around and be like, oh, I got my phone in my pocket, I need to go drop it off. No, you have to walk all the way through. You have to walk all the way around back through the fucking metal detectors, which is stupid. And then if they want to waste your time even more, they have to wand you, and then they have to take your phone. They have to make you take your phone apart, and then they take your IMEI number off of your phone.
I'll be right back.
So that way, if any phones come up missing inside of the warehouse, If the IMEI number matches that phone and they catch you with it, then you're already terminated. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I said, like shit is a trip. Oh, and number 5, and I guess I could add 6 as well. So number 5 is phones. You can get fired for that shit, and like not come back, especially if they think that you stole a phone or just any of those electronics. Like I said, just general theft. And then number 6 is fucking a coworker.
Yes, that's all right.
So all of that to say,
Like outside of work.
no, inside of work.
Oh, inside. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought they were gonna make you have no obligation to that worker.
No. If you fuck a coworker at your job, it's a fucking wrap. Cause I know these people that worked overnights was fucking in the bathroom one time and got fired.
It's retarded.
It's fucking stupid.
Humans have the sexual urges. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
You can't blame them for wanting to get their feet wet or some shit like that.
It's fucking dumb. I'm looking at this new phone I want to buy and I know I can't afford it. I want this phone so bad though. So you seen the Galaxy Z Fold? The Galaxy Z Fold. So this phone is like $799. It was originally almost $2,000 for the phone. Yeah, that's the price of a fucking iPhone 14. Yeah, so it's better to just get a payment plan versus trying to buy the phone itself. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that saves it from being that much is you can trade that, and that's if you trade it in. Like if I traded in my phone, it's a Galaxy phone and it's in great condition. As long as I don't get my screen cracked anytime soon, which God forbid, I'm knock on some wood or some shit. At any time in the future, if I try to trade this phone in, I should be able to take some money off of purchasing that phone. Which I want, like I said, once again, I want this phone so bad. Mostly for 2 reasons. Because I watch a lot of like movies and stuff on my, which is why I would like to have the phone, and also it's just a really nice phone. It has 120 gigs on it. It can hold up to 512 gigs. But the basic bitch version is like 128, and then like the secondary version is like 256, and then the final one is like 512. Now, what I could do is I could pay that bitch off for the next 3 years at a rate of, what was it? How much is it a month? I think that they're charging right now. That's what they're saying, anyways. I know I still have to put a big chunk of money down, but it's like 22, 23 a month for like 3 years, for like 36 months. By that time, though, newer phones will come out, and you'll be ready to trade that one in, anyways. So if I trade in, I think if I trade in my phone, I'll get like $300 off of it, which is not bad, considering the fucking price of the phone. But if you like trade in like a Galaxy Z Fold 2 or like a Galaxy Z Fold 3, you'll get like $1,000 off of it, or a Galaxy S22 Ultra 5G. They'll take $1,000 off of it. But ain't nobody walking around with those phones. I never even heard of half of these phones. I say I could get it tomorrow if I trade the hoe in. The fuck? You can get a terabyte. You can get one with a terabyte. A terabyte of space on a phone. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of fucking But I wonder if you'd have to trade it in through the store. Because I've never been to like a Samsung store that has a, what do you call it? I'd rather just pay that bitch off in 4 installments of $200 a week. Like every 2 weeks. It'd be done. I'd have that shit paid off in like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? It's better than doing it 22, 23 a month. Or doing a one-time payment for $800. I want this phone so bad. I'm gonna talk to my wife and see what she says. I know my game experience on that hoe's gonna be impeccable though. That was waterproof. I'm gonna be watching TV on that hoe. I'm gonna have to tell people to get away from me. Can't nobody look at my phone. I'm glad I don't ride buses and shit. Somebody said do not buy it, it's way too fragile. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Somebody said way too fragile. I was using the leather Samsung Flip 4 case with hinge cover. Dropped it once and the hinge broke and left me with an unusable phone. Couldn't open it as the hinge was busted. Do not buy it. It's way too fragile. Had it for 10 days. I regret spending money on it. Will not be getting it fixed as it's going to cost an arm and a leg to do so. Proceed with caution. I don't never take my phone out of my pocket though. Not even at work. I might even leave that bitch in my backpack. That's just how serious I am about this phone. You know what I'm saying? Like I might never bring that hoe out to show people type shit. Like I probably only use that hoe sitting down. If my boss is like trying to tell me to hurry the fuck up, I'll be like, nah, bitch, take my time. Put this shit in my backpack. You know what I'm saying? Got me fucked up. Damn, that might not be bad, but hearing that review though is a little nerve making. Bro, I've literally been sitting here all day trying to play this goddamn game. I'm just fixing to give up and just call it quits at this point.